Okay then year 3, our learning for today is to use a multiplication grid to solve some calculations. Let's do a little warm up first. With your parents at home or on your own, just practice your 4 and 3 times table just in your head, practice them and chant them. And then what I'd like you to do is use the numbers across the bottom and put them in the correct circle. And then the 3 times table, the 4 times table, and in the middle they might be in both times tables. So pause the video here, see if you can sort the numbers. Brilliant. How did you get on? Hope you did alright. Let's go through the 3 times table. I know that 3 is in the 3's, and we've got 6, just counting on 3 each time, 9, 12. Now, 12 is also in the 4 times table, so that goes in the middle. Okay, 15. We've got the number 18, 21. No, 24 is in the 3's and it's in the 4, so it goes in the middle. Okay, 27, 30, 33, 36. Okay, let's have a look here. 4 is 4, 8, 12's in the middle already, 16, 20, 24 is in the middle, 28, 32. The next, if I counted on 4 from 32, I get 36. So 36 actually is also in the 4 times table and the 3, so it goes in the middle there. Next one, 40. 4 times 10. 4 times 11 is 44, and 4 times 12 is 48. How did you do? I hope you did alright, and we're going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so have a little look at this slide, see if you can notice any patterns in the 3 times table and the 4 times table. Let's go through some of these now. So, in the 3's I can see we've got some odd numbers here, 3, 9, 15, 21, 27, 33. And if I look at the 4 times table, can I find any odd numbers? No, 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 these aren't all odd numbers, so these must be even. In the 4 times table they are always even numbers, which means you can divide them equally into 2 groups. So if I had 4, I could split them into 2 equal groups and that would be 2 in each side. Something I do want to point out to you is that in both the 4's and the 3's you can see we've got numbers that are in the same. So 4 times 3 is 12, and also 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 is what we call a multiple. It's a multiple of 3 and a multiple of 4. Okay. Can you see any other multiples which are both in the 3 times table and the 4 times table? What other numbers can you see? Have a little think. Pause the video if you want to. Okay. Alright, let's have a little look, shall we? So I know that 8 times 3 is 24, and I know that 4 times 6 is also 24, or 6 times 4. Okay, and I know that 9 4s are 36, and I know that 12 times 3 is also 36. So these answers here, these are what we all call multiples. The multiples in the 3 times table, and here are all of the multiples in the 4 times table. Okay, right, today we're going to be using the multiplication grid, so you might want to come back to this slide when you complete your task. It'll make it a lot quicker for you. So multiplications grids work by helping us to multiply numbers quickly. So I'm going to use the numbers across the top here and the numbers down the side to help me. So first of all, I'll do an example for you. I want to solve the question 2 times 4. Lots of you would be able to do this in your head, but we can use the multiplication grid to make it easier for us. So I'm going to go across the top here, and I'm going to look at 2. So that's that side done. And then I'm going to jump down 4 times. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I look at this side, I've got 4 times 2 equals, we draw a line there, a line here, 8. So 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, see if you can find some of these questions on the grid. Go along the top first and then go down the sides, or go down the side first and then across the top. Okay, how did you get on? Could you solve these questions? Let's go through some of the answers. Brilliant. So let's have a look at the first one. 3 times 2. 3 times 2. Draw a line where we end up is our answer. 3 times 2 is 6. Super. 4 times 5. And go all the way along down here. Draw a line down, and where they join is our answer. 4 times 5 is 20. 6. And then we're going to go down the side to 4. Ooh, I'm going to extend this line all the way across. 6 times 4 is 24. And the last one, 3 times 8 is 8. Is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Hope you managed to do that, guys. This will be useful for your activity at the end of these sessions. Okay, so these numbers across the top and down the side, when we multiply them together, we call them factors. Okay, the numbers in each times table, so if we look at the 9 times table here, each of these numbers are what we call a multiple. Okay, so the numbers down the side where we multiply them together, and across the top where we multiply them together, are factors. Numbers in each times table is what we call multiple. Okay, so if I want to find what 2 numbers or 2 factors that make 10, I need to find 10 on my grid. So I've got a 10 here and I've got a 10 over here. So let's have a look at our factors. So what numbers across the top would make this 10 in the middle? So if I go back up, I can see that I've got 5 here. And if I go down the side, I can see that I've got a 2 here. So 10 is my multiple, 5 and 2 are my factors. Let's look at this one over here, this other 10 over on the corner. If I've got 10 here, I can see that if I go up, 10 is a factor, and 10 times 1 equals 10. So 10 and 1 are factors of 10. Have a look at these numbers here, 15, 40, 28 and 32. Can you use the number square to find the factors of these multiples? So you'll have to find the multiple in the grid and then go back up to the top and along to the side and work out which 2 numbers have been multiplied to make them. Okay, let's pause the video, have a go. How did you get on? Let's look at 15 first. 15 is here. Okay, if I go back up to the top, I can see that 5, then all the way across to the side, 5 times 3. So 5 and 3 are factors of 15. You might have written it like this, 5 times 3, and you'd be absolutely right too. Okay, let's have a look at 40. I can see 40 here, I can see a 40 there. Okay, let's have a little look. Good, so 40 in the middle then. If I go all the way back up to the top, I can see one factor would be 8. If I go all the way along here, I can see 5 would be another factor. And because there's 2 40s, I'm going to do the other one as well. I've got 40 here, so if I go all the way up to the top, 10 is a factor. If I go all the way across here, 4 is a factor as well. Excellent. Okay, let's have a look at 28. Here. Okay, is there any other 28s? Just having a quick look. There is another 28 there, but we'll have a look at that in a second. Okay, so if I go to the side, 7 is a factor, and up to the top, 4 is a factor. 7 times 4. If I look at this one, if I go to the top, it's 7 this time. If I go all the way across, it's 4. I don't need to write that again because I've already got the 7 and 4 here. Okay, next one. Alright. See if we can rub these lines out. Okay, next one. Okay, we've got 32. Let's find 32. Excellent. 4 times 8 is 32. Is there any other 32s on here? Let's see. Here we go. Again, 8 and 4 are our factors. Brilliant. So, just on this multiplication grid here, it'd be 8 and 4. Brilliant. I hope you managed to solve those, children. Well done. Okay, so continue to use the multiplication grid to solve the next few slides. And I'm going to jump on a few slides now just to go through a little bit of division with you. Okay, next we're going to use the multiplication grid to solve a riddle. So, here are my clues. I am a multiple of 4. So, to solve this, I'm going to be thinking about the numbers which are in the 4 times table. Okay, it's going to be one of these numbers. It says, I am an even number. Now, luckily, all the numbers in the 4 times table are even. Next clue, my digits total 9. So if I add up the 2 digits together, with it, which makes that number, they'll equal 9. So, if I look at 12, 1 add 2 equals 3. That's not 12 then. Look at 16, 1 add 6 equals 7. No, that's not quite right. 2 add 0. No, that's just 2. 2 add 4 equals 6. Still not right. So I'm looking for my digits, total 9. 2 and 8, that equals 10, so it's not 28. 3 and 2 are 32, no, they equal 5. 3 add 6, that equals 9. Let's see, my digits total 9, so 36 does total 9, if I add the digits 3 and 6. And that is definitely greater than 12, so 36 is my answer. Okay, now I'm going to introduce your task to you today, and there'll be 2 different sections. Okay, so your task is to use the multiplication grid, see if you can solve these questions. These 2 here are slightly more challenging. Okay, and then in the document, see if you can solve some of these riddles. If you're feeling brave and feeling like a challenge, move on to the extension, which you can find on the website. I hope you find this helpful, and great work, guys. Keep up the super job. Excellent stuff. Thank you.